There you have it, folks. Marc Marquez, the 2025 MotoGP World Champion. 7 MotoGP World titles in the Premier class. 9 overall. 9-time World Champion. He done it his way. He done it. I think it's just incredible. This video is mainly just going to be about Marc. We'll get more into race, Marc, Pecco, what happened there in the podcast, but this is just to recognise the history, the comeback, the person, the story that Marc Marquez has created the past 5 years, really. The journey that he's been on since Jerez 2020. It was something that captivated me as a fan, someone that's been able to work in the sport. The story that will he ever get back to where he used to be? And at points I thought maybe not, but he worked. He kept fighting. He kept fighting. He made his decisions. He left Honda, where it was the most difficult decision for him of his career to do. But he knew the minute that he left Honda and he tried a Ducati, that little smile that we seen at the Valencia test in 2023, this moment was around the corner. And he's done it. He was just fantastic this year. I mean, for a level of dominance that it's really hard to do in terms of the sprint and Grand Prix format. I don't think people really understand how ridiculously hard it is. His 2019 season, of course, was super. It was unbelievable. First and second, apart from one race. That was only a Grand Prix. He has just smashed everything this year. He has just looked at it and ran through it. He's a force of nature. He is simply the best MotoGP rider I've ever seen. And yeah, to just wrap it up in Japan, where he had his last ever Grand Prix podium for Honda, where he had won world titles in the past. He had won 3 previously. For him to be joined on the podium by his last Honda teammate, Joan Mir, and Honda and his team and everyone to be in Parc Ferme when he got there. Sometimes sport, you can't script it. If you scripted that, you would think it's made up. It's a Hollywood film. But everything just fell in place for him. And I think he has just let everything out. The emotion that he has, the brilliance of the man just crumbled today in terms of his character. He's a strong character. He doesn't want to give much away, but watching him and hearing him cry, they had a great feature where I think they mic'd him up and you could hear him on the cooldown lap screaming and literally trembling, crying. It meant that much to him when he was standing watching his video. The hashtag more than a number. They didn't say 9 or 7 world champion. It was just very smartly done. The more than a number. I think he just let it all out there, and it was just for the world to see. And yeah, he deserves this moment. It's his moment. It's Marc Marquez's year. It's his story to close now. He can do whatever he wants in terms of Grand Prix motorcycle racing. He could go on for another 5 years if he wanted. He could finish tomorrow if he really wanted, but he's not like that. The statement of saying that he's at peace now that he knows that he's won is just, yeah, man's special. He is truly special, and for him to do it in the way that he's done it this year, by blowing everyone out the water, just hats off to the guy. You can't say anything else. It was quite emotional watching it, to be honest. I think just the way he carried himself throughout the weekend, you could tell he was nervous, and you could tell that even though he's done it before, he's older. He went through a lot of shit. Let's be honest, in terms of his mindset and his mentality, and questioning yourself and doubting yourself. But he's the man, and the way he controlled it today was brilliant. Just to get second place and then control that, and it looked like at one stage he was going to catch Pecco because Pecco was fantastic all weekend, and his bike started smoking. And I thought Marc's going to win this race purely by Bagnaia blowing up, and I think it was nice to see both Ducatis on the podium, 1-2. And like I say, a Honda on there as well with Joan Mir. Another rider who's came under a lot of criticism. For him to deliver that special day, really good vibes as well on the podium. Good vibes, just a lot of gratefulness, graciousness. And I think MotoGP does that really well. And quite cool seeing Marc put the new champions plaque on the trophy. Actually doing it at the circuit where he's won, I think is a really good idea. Instead of doing, yes, you can do the whole Ballon d'Or style gala and they are in their tuxedo and they put it on. But I think that is better. Imagine being at the circuit as a fan. You got to see Marc Marquez place his name in the history on the trophy. Really, really good. I like that a lot, and I think it's something that needs to be more of. It was really, how can I put it? The celebrations in the past with Marc, really staged, really just, some of them are just ridiculous, but they're really funny. But this one was pure emotion. It was just big screen. You watch this video, and it drew every single piece of emotion out of him. And yeah, I think that is what they've done a really good job with to portray the story to the world. And yeah, Marc's now into 2026 mode, I think. He's going to go to Indonesia next week, where he's never actually won a race, but he has the freedom to do what he wants now. He can have a bit of fun. He can prepare for next year. He can get on with things that maybe he thinks now is the time to let the lead off essentially and go for it. But I think he's going to have a good battle at the end of the season with Pecco. I want to say this with Pecco. I think really good to see him back. It was nice to see just the old mentality, just the smile was there. And he was brilliant. I think he really just was free. And he just left from start to finish both races, pole position. That's how you do it. He needs to do more of this. He needs to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, because I want to see a title fight next year between those two. That'll be really, really good. And Pecco's got eyes on second place in the World Championship from Alex Marquez, who I think it was really nice again seeing him and Marc at the end. And Marc really emotional to the TV broadcaster, saying that Alex is the only one that knows what he's been through. And Alex has put a really nice message on social media as well, saying that Marc's his inspiration and stuff. And yeah, I think those two, if they can finish first and second in the World Championship, it will just be the story to cap it all for Marc. And yeah, we go into next season. Really now, we've got 5 races left, but yeah, this is time for everyone to enjoy the races now. I think when the pressure's off, I think we're going to see a different Marc. We've seen what it's like in the past. He still gives it 100%. He doesn't slack off, and I think we're going to see that next week when we get to Indonesia. He'll be right there wanting to win, taking it off his calendar, because he's never actually won there, as I say. So yeah, Marc Marquez, MotoGP World Champion. What else can you say? The podcast, we're going to record it later. It'll be out tomorrow. So bright and early, podcast will be there. Make sure you tune in for it. And yeah, but if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you thought of Marc's championship celebrations, what you think of him as a whole. And we'll see you next week. Take care.